Are you going to give us like an introduction and like how does...
No.
We just start talking?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So, since when have you been...
Oh, it started? This is the first question. Oh, okay.
You're ruining the whole flow of... Oh, this is not how... Like, it should seem very casual.
It's really weird. You're suddenly... But you're being very formal.
I'm not formal.
Candid, Sainee.
Yeah. I don't make...
Sainee.
Like, no one knows my name.
Please, okay, don't ruin
Okay.
it. Just have conversation.
Okay,
Don't-
fine.
Since when have you been? What age?
We started.
Just can I not ask you this question normally?
What age did I start acting? I think I properly started at 8. 7, 8.
7.
Yeah. This was in the second standard. It was damn random, but yeah, that's when
And how did you get into it?
I was like an extremely very natki kid. Yeah, like I used to be that OTT kid, who's always like dancing in front of people are coming home and being like, देखो देखो, I've prepared this, and I used to have
you were that child कि parents को बोलने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती थी कि dance करके दिखाओ.
But more, I used to be little extra, तो वो embarrass होती थी. My mom used to be like, she used to be like, calm down, अभी थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो रहा है, हाँ. I used to bring out all her dupattas and her bindis and like put lipstick around, look really scary, but like run around the house dancing on shady bar songs. What? I used to dance on UP Bihar Lootne, dude, and I used to do proper those Shilpa Shetty steps, and it used to look really scary on like a 6-year-old child going all. Oh my god! Yeah, I used to give the expressions also. That was a scary time. So I think my mom had to channel it in some positive direction.
Like ये हाथ से निकल जाए.
हाँ, निकल कुछ. मतलब next gradual step is that only. Anyway, so this we used to stay in Oshiwara at that point, और हमारा society was there were a lot of what Aram Nagar is today. Oshiwara at that point was like a hub of all these film studios and random B grade, C grade movies being made and serials being made. And around that point there was some. My mom used to dress me up and send me niche to play. So she used to dress me up and all and send me niche. So and this was, don't do this. You can't actually, you've passed the age. But some uncle came and he told me ki you're really cute or something, then where do you stay? So I took him to my house. I took him to my house and I said, this is where I stay. And then he told my mom that there's a little part in a film that I want her to play because she fits the part. And my mom was like, no, she's in school, what is this and all. And I was like, nahin, karna hai. Literally that happened. And then I did that part. They paid me $300. That was my first ever. Yeah, I bought chocolates for 300 rupees. And that day I was like, yeah.
You got the money?
Yeah, they just gave me like, good job, beta.
No, but you got the money.
I got the money. My mom wasn't interested. So I didn't have the sob story of मेरे को काम कराते थे जबरदस्ती मैं पैसे ले लिए. I was like मेरे को कराओ काम. नहीं जाने school. I mean I was a good student also, but I was like नहीं, I have to do this. I want to do this. So the Kida was always in me. My mom in fact used to be like, now exams are there, stop acting. Sit at home and study. And I'd be like, I'll study, but you have to let me act. So I really enjoy. How did it happen for you? When did you start? I can ask questions, no?
Yeah, go for it.
I also started when I was 7.
Yeah?
Standard.
6.
Yeah. No, 7.
6. I was there.
7.
You were there because
I'm her brother.
Tell our viewers.
They'll know.
They'll
If
know?
they don't know.
Okay. So if you just say I was there and then you don't say anything.
Then they'll be like, ये कौन है? But हाँ, ठीक है.
Stalker. I was there.
Yeah,
She
no, so
was
7, not 6.
7.
And mine was not like yours. Like so I used to enjoy dancing.
Trying to be different, huh?
I used to enjoy dancing and drama as well. But so my mom is a designer, fashion designer, and at that point she had like this boutique in Andheri East.
His mom also.
Our mom.
Okay.
She had this boutique in Andheri East where a lot of these television people used to come in and get their clothes designed and everything from her. And what I used to do is that basically after school I used to get off at her boutique and sit over there the rest of the day while she was working and study beside her. So I think now this is an assumption that my mom and I make because we don't really know how this happened, but we assume that possibly someone spotted me over there in that boutique. Ooh. And passed on contacts and whatever. So one day my mom got a call saying कि ऐसा एक role है छोटी बच्ची का whatever, तो आप उसको लेके आएंगे क्या? So obviously we naturally thought it's an audition. So my mom's like, do you want to do it? And I was like, why not? So we went.
So Susan, what year you knew that auditions happened? As in like that was...
My mom knew.
Audition was a thing, like my mom knew. So
Okay.
So we went to set, and what happened is instead of it being an audition, they were already shooting and they were ready to shoot a scene with me.
Oh.
So yeah, they were like, she has to play Sudesh Berry's daughter. This is the show. It's been ongoing for a while, and she has to play his daughter, and this is the continuity role. So I mean, my first time I freaked out. I didn't say कि मुझे करना है. I said मुझे नहीं करना है. And I started crying. But then my mom, she basically spoke to me and she's like, there's nothing you have to do. You just have to pretend that Sudesh Berry is your own dad and just talk to him about, my first scene was about me asking my dad to get me burgers and fries and this and that.
So you are used to pretending to like people in your life. So that's just pretend.
I don't even pretend to like him. I know.
Oh,
No,
shit.
she's upfront with I hate you. I'm like, yeah, sure, say it.
Yeah.
And then she.
So yeah, so basically that happened, and then that show went on for a pretty long time actually.
That was for how long? What was the show? What was
Zindagi Teri Meri Kahani. This was on Sahara.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So I had a lot of fun with Sudesh sir because I remember this one scene very distinctly where he had to yell at me, and he yelled at me like he's so good an actor that he yelled at me and I instantly started crying.
Oh, lovely.
And that's exactly what they wanted me to do in the scene as well. So like it helped both of us out.
Yeah, dude, this building, and it really helps. As an actor, I used to do this series called Kadam on Sahara. This was, and Divya Datta used to be in every episode, and she used to play. It was just a woman-centric, very empowering anthology. And every episode, she used to play different characters, strong women characters. And so I did some 4 or 5, like I was her daughter in one. I was something else, like one of those, and nice, long, good, chunky parts to play. And I used to just watch her perform. She would cry like that and she'd be angry. And I used to just be so mind blown ki kya like gazab ki actress hai. But this really actually I realized it much later that as a performer it helps a lot. Yeah.
Your co-actors and also how they treat you.
Yeah,
Like,
that is true.
Like you are a child first and then an actor.
Yeah.
So it's very
which is
important
like sorry, I cut you. Like some actor you were like really wanting to work with and then you worked with them or you had that oh my god moment that I'm working with this person.
I think I don't think I was that into films and television at that point, like watching. So I didn't have too much of an idea as to, कि मैं इतने बड़े personality के साथ काम कर रही हूँ. But so my mom and my dad and I think him knew a lot more than me. So, they used to hype it up in my head. So like at one point I was doing this film with Mitunda. And they were like, oh my gosh, it's Mitunda. And my mom was freaking out.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my god, it's Mitunda. I mean, I guess it's Mitunda.
होगा अपने ज़माने का disco dance.
Yeah, no idea.
It's okay, it's cute.
I was a pretty ignorant child that way.
No, but I had this actually, I feel really bad about it now that I didn't know who Danny Boyle was. I'd auditioned for Slumdog.
Oh wow.
This was after, like I must have been 14, 15 and I'd auditioned for I did 4 rounds of it. All of us had gone, all of the Shakalaka kids, and then finally Madhur is in the film. He played Salim, the Tito guy from Shakalaka. So we all went for an audition and cleared 2-3 rounds, and then Danny Boyle flew down, and then I did 2 readings with him, and I have no idea who this guy is because later on in college you've studied filmography and then when I was watching his films I was like, oh, I mean the good thing was that I didn't care much, so I wasn't nervous at all.
That helps.
Yeah, but for Latika, so I played both parts and I was somewhere in middle. I wasn't too old and I wasn't too young, so it didn't fit. But it was great to read with him. I read 3 rounds. It was mad.
I don't know if you remember, but you were almost finalized for an ad with Richard Gere.
Oh yes. Now I remember. Yeah, it was an Visa
ad being shot in Jaipur or something. Jaipur.
Correct.
And then
it was a battle between me and one other girl. And
it always is.
Yeah. But but she was also really good, so it's not a surprise that she
is she
got selected.
Is my shot ready?
No, that I wouldn't remember.
It's she's a very nice girl, very talented. Yeah. Do you remember your rejections? And Because there's plenty. You just get so many and you lose so many.
Yeah. Actually, honestly, I don't know about you, but I think I think after a point you get used to being rejected, no? So you stop giving any fucks.
So much relatability.
That's true. It really preps you up for your love life. It really does.
No, my love life has prepped me for my career. इतना rejection मिलता है love life में, I'm like, हाँ ठीक है अभी, I'm not selected, fine, I'll go for another job.
But this one rejection that hit me really hard, and I don't think I'll ever forget that, was I was shooting for this one episodic thing, तो से 4 दिन का shoot था, and these guys knew me before, so they didn't have to audition me. They just called me directly on set to shoot. And I think at this point I must have been 16, 17 maybe, possibly more. And at that point, you know, I had so last time they saw me, I had a clear skin. But the day that I went to shoot, I had a breakout. And it wasn't a major breakout, you know. It was like...
you don't even have to justify this.
But like, I understand. You're on screen. There's a certain... I get it. But this wasn't even anything major. I just had like a few scars on my cheek. And like, 1-2 pimple idhar-udhar aaya hoga. So like, I've gone on set. Makeup hone se pehle, I've met the director. And you know, he's seen me. And he's like, "Arey, ye kya ho gaya tujhe chehre pe?" I'm like, "Kuch nahi, 1 pimple hai, wo to makeup se ho hi jayega." She's like, हाँ ठीक है. I've gone, I've done my makeup also. And makeup में obviously वो conceal करके हो जाता है ठीक. Then we're all ready, I've memorized my lines, but it's been an hour, we're not shooting, we're not starting, we're waiting. Eventually someone comes to us and says कि आज का shoot cancel हो गया. So and my mom like क्यों? She's like नहीं ऐसे कुछ तो गड़बड़ हो गया, technical problem है, तो एक actor आ भी नहीं रहा है, तो अभी कल से या फिर उसके बाद 1 दिन बात करना पड़ेगा. So like, ठीक है, we packed up, we go home, and later we find out that they basically chucked me out because I had a few breakout on my skin. So I'm like, what? So that hit me really hard. And I think, so when you're in school and you have breakouts, you're already so conscious, right? Because a few of your friends around you have like this amazing skin. And then for something like this to happen, it just like drops your confidence even more.
And at such a tender age, I mean, this is gonna stay. This used to happen a lot as a kid, I think. So when I even started again, my first priority was that no one's going to tell me off on my looks. You tell me off on my talent, I'll be okay with it. Because then that is something I can work on.
Yeah.
Because I used to get this a lot as a dark-skinned child. Back when I was younger, I was big and I was dark, and I'd given around 300 auditions of ads, and this used to happen in famous studios in Mahalakshmi. So every day, almost every day after school, and there used to be plethora of auditions.
Yeah.
Ads रोज होते हैं, बच्चे तो रोज ही चाहिए होते हैं ads में. अभी बहुत change हो गया है, but तब every day there used to be these auditions. And my mom used to be like, no, let's go. Used to go in the train and come back, but that doesn't matter. How you're going and all doesn't matter. But they would literally like tell us off by saying things like, no, we're looking for a fair kid. And I was very thick-skinned, I didn't give a fuck. But later I thought that it was quite mean for people to...
Yeah, I mean, I think they still do it in some places.
It's ridiculous.
It still happens.
The requirements, like on messages when they come in, like...
Smart casuals is my favorite. Smart casual. What a smart... Please wear smart casuals as opposed to...
Smart casuals is still fine nowadays. You get like black tight dress. I'm like, पर मेरे पास अगर tight नहीं है तो मैं नहीं पहन सकता है क्या? Like नहीं tight चाहिए.
I love how tight नहीं तो अंदर का आ जाते बाहर.
I like how you guys get tight dress. I get like should look like a father, should look like uncle. ऐसा सब आता है. I'm like yeah, you're right.
Need fair-skinned 24-year-old girl with South Bombay looks. I'm like क्या?
Yeah, these don't even come to me anymore. I'm just like reject them on text basis. I'm like मैं भूखी रह लूँगी. I will not give into this.
Like. But the industry is so superficial. Did that as a kid? I know it affected you, and for you it affected later. But for children, it affects at a very early age. So saying that to your face is not right to a child or a parent, right? It's not there.
I think more than that, it's the parents. What they end up telling their kids. Because I never cared. I mean, my mom never. Because I was very well cushioned. By a parent who thought I was the most good-looking child on. Because I used to work with Hansika, and at that point Hansika was considered the quintessential beautiful kid, the cute, fair skin, thin, and she was the pretty girl in the show also, you know, who the boy liked, and I didn't give a fuck. I was the tomboy who went and beat up boys, and I was really happy about it because my family made it feel it was very normal to be this strong girl. So for the 3 years, I never had like a single insecurity or like why is she getting that clip? And I'd seen other kids do that after a while, or their parents do it.
Their parents more.
Parents after a while used to become.
उसका screen time ज़्यादा हो रहा है, उसको dialogue 2 paragraph है, मेरे बच्चे को
Money and all kids don't realize now how does it matter?
Yeah.
It's very so. A third person rejecting me never made any difference because I was so confident with whoever I was. But later on, when you start going out and doing things on your own and all of that, then suddenly you start feeling, I was very well cushioned because it's quite messed up out there. But also, it's fair. Your job is about the exterior. Yeah. I mean, you can't tell me that. See, I have to work out, I have to look a certain kind because this is also my work. So I can't be lenient about it and be like, no, you accept me for who I am. The most I can do is perform really well, but at the exterior of it, I have to give you
what you
this.
want.
Yeah.
This is all I have to offer. अभी
वो
role के ऊपर depend.
Yes, sir.
No, I said it.
Can you say it a little? This is all I have to offer.
This is all I have to offer.
Oh
my God! Can you not?
Oh yeah, my sister's here. What am I doing? But I think Ayesha and you are quite fortunate to have good parents. I mean, I am also.
Yeah. I just feel he's adopted or something.
I also feel sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm sure.
yeah, she's so.
She's perfect.
I'm like, I did ask my mom once, Mom, am I adopted?
You really did?
हाँ. She's like, चुप रहे.
Yeah, that is a yes.
मेरी फूटी किस्मत काश तू adopted होता.
True. Bro, so I was saying, Ayesha and you were
Cushioned that way.
were quite fortunate to have parents who understood and cushioned you. But for you, you wanted to get into acting. For you, it was an opportunity that mom thought, okay. And then you eventually said, yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
Let's do it. But we have seen this, that where parents want their child to be an actor and they continuously push the child.
Even when the child doesn't
Seen
want.
many such examples, yeah.
It was so disgusting to watch. Like recently, I did a movie with Nawaz, like a scene with Nawaz in a movie. So what I was saying was, the scene was of Nawaz brings his son for a competition, and I'm playing the role of a dad who's pushing his son to eat more, to be fat. So it's a thing, no? Fat kids is also fat, chubby kids is a thing.
Yeah.
So I'm saying कि अपने बच्चे से पैसे कमा वगैरह and all that. And because I've met such parents, it was so easy for me to do this role. I'm like, अरे वो उसका पाप, I won't say who's, but she knows. अरे उसके पापा का ऐसा acting करना है, word to word. And it was quite disturbing for me to play the role also. Because I had to shove a burger down his face, the kid's face. But I was like, ये किया है मेरे सामने लोगों ने, so I know it's bad.
Oh wow. This used to happen, yeah.
Yeah,
School
like you don't.
छुड़ा देते थे.
School छुड़ा देते थे. खाना diet control. I'm like, it's
yeah.
a child. Chocolate खाने दो ना. क्या हो गया
Vanity
यार?
में exercise कराते थे.
Oh.
Really?
हाँ.
Mom was ulta, dude. Everybody used to tell her इसको मत इतना खिलाओ. बढ़ते जा रही है, and she'd be like बढ़ता बच्चा है. When I hit puberty and then I was too बड़ा. Then she was like, oh.
My mom scammed me too. She's like, ये तो baby fat है, तू बड़ी होगी चला जाएगा. I thought बड़े होके ऐसे magically disappear हो जाएगा. और baby fat आज तक है.
Parents, for their own greed, they don't understand what implications it has on a child.
Oh, I'd done one rape scene, but like it was implied. I'll tell you, there was this show called, but I knew. I didn't know the entire process of rape. But I think good touch, bad touch, rape is something that parents teach daughters way
Much
sooner.
faster, yeah.
Way sooner. There was this show called Hakikat on Sahara again.
I've heard of this.
Yeah, the director of Vastu Shastra used to direct those. Saurabh, I forget his surname. So in that, and they used to touch upon all these, and like my mom had the episode that I did was in Kadam, and that was a post like rape has happened, and like I'm in pain, so I had to yell. lie down and just yell, okay? And no one's on top of me, nothing. It's just implied that this child has been in some situation, and then there was an entire courtroom drama where this kid is coming out and talking. And I remember my mom telling me that the episode was brilliant and there was a lot of performance in with Divya. So I was like, I want to do this, it's interesting. And I was smart enough to be like, mujhe karna hai types. But she explained to me the entirety of like what is going to happen, why are you lying down, why is it hurting you, because you've been severely hit by, like I didn't know what was going to happen, but there was a lot of pain involved and all of that. And then she told me, do you want to still do it? That we had done. Because I said, it's okay, I just have to yell. And it was very easy to be short. And later also it was edited well. So it never felt, I as a kid never felt like, what is happening?
They always tell you कि हम ऐसा shoot करेंगे, but when you go on set, it's always different from what they've
said. And serials are like schedules, they're doing like 8 scenes, 10 scenes a day from like different parts of the story. It's very difficult, like film or like even our digital sketches and all, we have the entire script, we know which part, what is being shot where.
Right.
So you can edit it in your head. Shows you can't.
Yeah. So even I had a similar experience in Agnipath where the situation is that Sanjay Dutt's character has now done whatever he's done with my character, and the scene starts from me lying on the floor and in pain and almost about to faint. So Karan Malhotra directed it, and he was exceptional because before we started doing the scene also, he came into my room, he had a word with me and my mother. He was like, this is what I'm going to shoot, this is exactly what I'm going to shoot. And he never even used the word rape on set. Like even when he was explaining it to me, and even on set, he had given everyone specific instructions that no one is going to utter the word rape because this is a child. I do not want her to hear this word. Everyone say कि उसको मारा है. So he make sure everyone knows that. And at one point, one actor said also कि हाँ ये तो rape के बाद है. And he's like, don't say it again. And so like even the way he explained the whole scene to me, when we were shooting it, he made sure that my mom was sitting right next to him at the monitor, and he's like, ma'am, अगर आपको कभी भी लगे कि कुछ नहीं है सही, so please let me know. So at one point, I was lying on the floor, my skirt had to be hiked up a little bit, and he was like, is this fine? Is it fine that that her skirt is still here, till a little above her knee? Is it okay? And my mom was like, yeah. It's like, then we're gonna shoot it. So I think such kind of scenes are okay to shoot, but it's very important on the parents' part to be well informed and take the responsibility कि मेरे बच्चे को इतना नहीं है इसका awareness. So I'm going to see to it that my child doesn't get uncomfortable or the scene doesn't come out in a very crass manner.
It's a sensitivity and just how informed you are. Boils down to being aware.
And also, I think it's not only the parents' fault, it's also
100%.
the director and whoever is working behind the scenes. Even they need to be more empathetic and understand ki how can I ask a parent if can have a old man on top of कोई awkward नहीं लगता है क्या?
Pressure also on
I don't
parents.
expect that kind of sensitivity from people.
They should have, is what I'm saying.
But not all parents would just get up and leave because there are a lot of consequences.
Yeah.
You can also feel pressured in that situation.
Like, no, but see, like, whenever you used to get into any kind of a, scene that had anything like this, before we went on shoot, my mom used to have a detailed conversation with, the director or the creative on that show, and she used to be like, आप मुझे भेजो script में. मतलब, sometimes, they used to be like, scene खराब नहीं है, dialogues थोड़े ऐसे हैं. Now, dialogues also थोड़े ऐसे मतलब बहुत ऐसे हो सकते हैं. So my mom used to always say, like, I was shooting Gumrah, and so when we'd gone for the reading of that, my mom had checked the script, and there were certain lines that were really cheap. So she sat down with the creator and she's like, you know what, this line is really this thing. Can you please change it? Can we find another way to, can we rephrase this and make it not sound so cheap? And people are understanding if you're nice to them,
How did school treat you?
School used to love me. It was very different back then. But I had a really, really supportive faculty back in school. I used to go to school. Oh, it's not like yeah. I used to go to, they were very strict about you have to do well. The day you stop doing well academically, then you're screwed. But they were okay with the hours. I used to go to school every day. My mom then used to come and pick me up. And then we used to go on set directly.
Okay.
And then we used to shoot the entire day. And my sister used to make my timetable because I had no time. I used to come back and whatever, do my homework, sleep, and then next day go to school. So I never missed school, but if there were days where I needed notes or whatever, my teachers used to help out. School never treated me like I was any different. The kids did.
The kids
did, yeah.
Because like, oh,
I didn't have a lot of friends back in school because I had a lot of guy friends. Because they were like, oh, she's like the famous girl, and girls used to just be like, oh my god, she's famous. Like it was, sadly. And I was very competitive also, can't blame them entirely. It's like sub mein kahan shoot bhi karna hai, first bhi aana hai. Then like kuch to. But school was fun. I loved.
How were you in academics?
I was quite good. I was good. I used to mug it up well, SSC.
Because script भी पढ़ना है,
ये भी पढ़े, ये भी पढ़े.
lines ही तो है.
Yeah, so after a while, so this girl used to, we had this competition as to, like she would come first, I would come first, ऐसे first, second,
always.
first, second, and I used to take her notes. After a while, she stopped giving me notes.
Yeah,
She was like,
ये
fuck
तो-
off. मैं बैठ के क्लास में लिखती हूँ.
और तू एक्टिंग भी कर रही है और फर्स्ट भी आ रही है.
हाँ,
रहने दे
like
रही
सब
तेरे को.
चाहिए इधर go. कल मेरा
लड़के भी चाहिए.
मेरा घर भी ले लेंगे. तेरे पेरेंट्स का घर नहीं. But yeah, what about you? Your
No,
school?
no, you were very lucky that way.
Yeah?
I know, yeah.
So we were in the same school.
Yeah. And
Same school, same house.
let's not name it.
Yeah.
But my principal at that point was absolutely against this. And I had a problem with her because she used to always encourage sports.
You have a problem, you look her in the eye.
She used to always encourage sports, you know, कि अगर हमारे स्कूल के बच्चे फुटबॉल खेलने जा रहे हैं या बास्केटबॉल खेलने जा रहे हैं and they're missing school, it's encouraged. It's like, oh my god, you know, they're representing school. I'm like, I'm also doing something to represent your school, right? And in the end, I was not compromising on my grades because even I used to compete with this one boy and this other girl, and we used to constantly, you know, be like a 1, 2, 3 sort of a situation. I'm like, I'm giving you good grades. I'm trying to be present at school whenever it's possible, and at the same time, I'm doing something to represent your school, right? She was absolutely against it. At
But
one
school
point,
was always priority, na?
हाँ,
Or like
my
work
mom was very
हाँ,
strict that way.
yeah.
She's like पहले पढ़ाई उसके बाद ये सब.
Yeah.
Which is why, you know, she's like, if I ever see you swaying like in your grades, अगर मुझे लगा कि
Then
तू
you stop
distract हो रहा
acting.
है,
Yeah.
then we'll stop.
Yeah.
But that never happened. And in terms of teachers, they were very closeted, and like they used to like that I'm acting and they used to watch me act also in my shows, but you know used to be always very keen, you know, side में लेके बोला कि अभी क्या चल रहा है आपका and all, but in front it's like yeah, no, we're not supporting this. That sort of a situation used to happen. And kids used to hate me.
हाँ.
It's like ये तो actor है. It was never, I've heard so many stories about kids being famous in school because they were actors, and you know, kids used to like them because they're famous. I think with me, it was completely the opposite. People used to not like me because...
Were you always aware that you were famous? It never occurred to me.
I didn't know I was famous, but you know, people knew that you're acting, and for some reason they
Did you
disliked
feel
me
like
even
a little
more because
different?
of that.
Did you feel thoda ki
I felt different
I'm
because
doing
I was
something?
made to feel different. You know, so I'm an introvert, right? When you meet me for the first time, I can't talk very well. And when I was younger, it was even worse. So for some reason, that used to be misinterpreted as ये actor
Being
है तो इसमें
snobbish.
attitude है. And so they used to think I'm very snobbish, and they used to basically not like me even more because of that. At one point I changed schools because the first school that I was in did not support me at all. So I was like, you know what, screw this shit, यहाँ पे मेरे को support नहीं मिल रहा, मैं change करेगा अपना school. तो वहाँ पे भी लेकिन पर वहाँ पे भी same ही हुआ वहाँ पे also, but it was better. Like my principal was like, you're doing it fine, but I know that you're getting good grades, which is why I'm letting you do this. If I see you not studying well, then I'm going to be strict with you. But वहाँ पे also what happened is at one point I was doing this one show Jhansi Ki Rani, and then after a point it didn't work out after like 4 months of doing it. So Mumbai Mirror had printed out this huge article on me on the back side, like last page of Mumbai Mirror, मेरा photo इतना बड़ा article था. And I'd woken up in the morning and seen this before going to school. I read it and I'm like, whatever. I didn't realize what an impact it would have because this was a new school. This was possibly one of my early days in school. And this huge article on me has come out. So when I went to
What was
school,
the article?
it was about how I was doing the show before and then I'm not doing it anymore. So it's taken a little bit of a mental toll on me because I had prepared for the character for about 4 months. So I had trained for sword fighting and horse riding and everything, and eventually I didn't do it. And that did affect me a little bit because you know, you prepare yourself so much for a role and then you don't do it.
Little bit, I was around. It affected you a lot.
Yeah.
You were a child, तो उतना effect नहीं हुआ जितना अब होगा. Like अब तो नहीं होगा वैसे. But like as a child, you learn to cope up with things because distraction है, right? Eventually, but you were affected a lot, and my mom, not your mom, used to worry a lot about you.
Yeah, so that article didn't have anything that was false in it. But when I went to school and I remember, I've stepped into the class and literally all heads have turned around and looked at me and then they're whispering. And the words that have come to me is that she has this article in Mumbai Mirror. It's such a publicity stunt.
I think it's part
And
of the game.
No, but everyone's hated me in school, and I'm like, why? And I used to be quite lonely that way because, like, I had my friends who used to like me, but apart from that, I used to feel very isolated because everyone used to dislike me even more because I'm doing something that nobody else is doing.
Yeah, you cry.
Hey, pagal.
Aww. I'm your friend.
Doing this for publicity. Look.
Yeah, look at this. This
is the
guy.
first-
Is this the third school?
I'm a comedian, guys. Aisha, I'm a comedian. Don't cry on my podcast, bro. Fine, I didn't make you laugh for the last half hour. You don't have to cry.
It's just 20 minutes with you. She starts crying. That is how much she hates you. She's like, fuck, dude. Mera bhai. Aw, don't cry.
Yeah, I know, I'm fine.
Please
I
don't
feel
do
it's
it.
also like a part of. I mean, you wouldn't want it any other way. Let's face it. You love your life, the other part of it.
Yeah.
This comes with. It's okay. There's also a lot of privilege, and there's also a lot of. No? Am I being the bad cop here?
No.
No. I enjoyed my school though. I had like a group of like 6 boys.
Nice.
I was the 7th boy in the group, and we were called the biker boys. And they used to get their cycles and like do wheelies on the cycles.
Wow.
I used to also be the monitor, so I used to like give them all like good grade remarks to my teachers because they were like horrible backbenchers making music behind. I went to a very shady school. I loved it with them. Loved it. Biker boys.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, shady school. You should have gone to a shady school. ये सब नहीं होता.
Then
True,
so I would have been
Mehta.
the hero in that school.
Oh shit.
Totally.
That would imply I was the hero. Because I went to shady.
ये rich snobby kids, no?
Like मेरे पास भी है पैसा.
मेरे पास बाप का पैसा है.
हाँ.
ये कहाँ मेहनत करती है? छी.
And somehow when like
Yeah.
and somehow when like one of those kids did something in television or something, it used to suddenly be cool. But when I was doing it, it was like not cool at all. It's like, what is she doing? You know, I used to get those vibes. Like nobody actually said it to my face, but that's the kind of vibes I used to get.
Like गरीब लोग तो पैसा के लिए कर रहे हैं. हम
Yeah.
लोग तो हॉबी के लिए कर रहे हैं. ऐसा vibes they used to give. I'm saying. करते थे पैसे के लिए भी ऐसा नहीं है. I know mom used to be very clear with you कि इतना पैसा आ रहा है, इतना पैसा मैं इधर डाल रही हूँ, इतना
Dude,
पैसा
our
थोड़ा
moms
घर
can
में जा.
become good friends. Same,
हाँ,
yeah.
but were your
Very
parents also
transparent.
clear
Very
with the money?
transparent. Yeah. I gave 0 fucks about money.
Yeah,
So
same at that point.
there was never a who's getting paid more, all of that. But always, when there was a hike in money, I knew when there was how much I got paid everywhere. Everything was very, very clear. Yeah, super clear. Didn't matter, but very clear.
It
But most
mattered to
people
you
don't
also?
have
No.
kids.
No,
in
at that
that.
point तो कहाँ समझ में आता है. A lot of times, in fact, when we used to take up projects, mom used to do all the business का बातें. So she used to come to tell me also कि अच्छा इसके लिए I'm like मैं नहीं जाना है. So a few projects I don't even know how much I got paid. My mom knows, but she always made it a point that you know she's telling me that this is where it's going and this is for you, and you need to know, like we need to have this conversation where you know कि this is yours, this is your hard work, and this is for you. It's not like for us to misuse.
I think my mom also used to discuss with me that like money is less in this one, but do you want to do it because this is fun? Like that way we used to have those discussions.
लेकिन role अच्छा है, करना है क्या? All
Yeah,
those kind of things.
yeah.
And one thing that I really liked about my mom is that whenever we used to take up projects, she used to still ask me, "Are you sure you still want to do this? Like,
Fun, yeah.
do you still want to act? Because you can change your mind anytime, right? You're a child." So and I used to be like, हाँ करना है. Then only she used to say yes to the project.
I like parents who treat their kids like adults.
Yeah.
They're
You have
nice.
to. Any tip you would like to give to parents who have children in the industry or are going to put their children in the industry? What would
I think the only thing I would say is that अपने सपनों के लिए उनको मत डालो. You know, TV में it's like a thing where oh my god, my child's on TV, that's why I want to put them in TV. Don't do that. It's overrated. It's not. If your child is not enjoying it, it's not going to be fun. So don't do it
Says
because you like it.
superstar Ayesha. No, makes sense. Yeah, don't project your dreams,
Hopes and dreams on them,
And
yeah.
this to matlab is for any
in general
field.
actually?
हाँ,
Yeah.
कि let your kids
नहीं
be.
होगी उससे पढ़ाई क्यों इंजीनियरिंग करा रहे हो यार?
I think it's
अरे बच्चा पैदा होते ही बोलते हैं कि you know वो न्यूबॉर्न बेबीज वाला जो एड होता है उसमें मेरे को अपने बेबी को डालना है. I'm like वो जस्ट पैदा हुआ है ब्रो. Relax, no?
My tip would be कि अच्छे photographer से portfolio Dude, I have some scarring pictures from my childhood. I have some really scary pictures. Yeah, please research करके.
No philosophical shit, just a picture अच्छे कराओ यार.
बाद में regret नहीं होना चाहिए.
बच्चा बड़ा होके बोलेगा
ये क्या पहना था मैंने?
ये करवा रहे थे मुझसे बचपन.
Mickey Mouse ears and all that, no.
Just really bad makeup and really weird poses.
Yeah. That time it used to be a thing, no? The pose like that.
You also did this thing, no?
Yeah, this and like एक ball देते थे फिर. In one of my pictures, I'm wearing a kite as a top. As in, it's a top only.
Oh, yes.
It's a top only. It's made of cloth. It's not paper, but it's a fucking kite, dude.
I know all the pictures are coming back now to me. It's very scarring pictures.
Mom made it actually.
Yeah, I'm very sweet and all, but sorry,
Mom was like,
mom.
कितनी cute दिखेगी ना इसमें. Little.
And my mom's lived her dreams of मेरे को ऐसा 70s look है एक में सिर्फ spaghetti है and all my like fats. And now I'm like, Mom, maybe this wasn't the best choice for her.
I forgot about that top thing.
Yeah, that time portfolio used to be like तुम 30 seconds में कितने expressions दे सकते हो.
हाँ, with
डरा हुआ, happy, screaming,
Have you
jumping.
given such an audition? I have. You have to give like, okay, happy expression, sad
Yeah.
expression.
अच्छा अभी गुस्सा होके दिखाओ बेटा. अभी रोगे तो कैसे रोगे? I'm like, yeah.
If you have a kid, would you encourage your child to do acting as a child actor?
If my kid wants to act, I'll definitely have a kid. If you have a kid.
I mean, yeah, it depends.
If she wants to act.
Okay, fine.
Just start giving her a name also now. देखो बेटा. जब मैं आपको चंदन से बनाया पापा हाँ नहीं थे खुद ही बना if she wants to act I would it's definitely going to be a she. If she wants to act I'll be more than happy. Whatever my kid wants to do as long as it's not illegal. I'll be that's fine that we'll do together. But like murder type. Then I'll be like नहीं
Of course that
like मैं पाल पोस के बड़ा किया फिर तू जेल जा रही है like what's the
क्या
point
फायदा
हाँ कुछ तो return investment but I'll be okay with yeah definitely
Yeah, same. I think I would be very supportive of whatever my child decided to.
yeah I'll get her like you have to study you have to have a degree and it's great to have this passion of all or nothing this is what I live for but we also and I'm not trying to like demotivate and because every day I hope and pray that it happens for us and we do live our passion and ambition but we only hear success stories we only hear stories of people who made it there are so many of us who don't make it and it's scary and it's scary to sit at home every day just wait for a phone call you know and for me that was like the biggest concern I mean even if I'm writing something every day I'm still applying myself I'm utilizing how much are you just going to keep waiting and I've seen and actors because this is not a system if you're working in a corporate you know that I work for so much I get promoted I work for so much I get promoted there's no guarantee
There's nothing here.
Yeah.
So get an education be informed yeah and then do whatever the fuck you want to do
Yeah,
I don't own you
a lot of your contemporaries have quit the acting industry altogether, right?
Smart kids. We got fucked royally. They were smart.
I think they realized that they hit their peak.
Yeah.
इसके आगे कुछ नहीं होने वाला.
They were like, तुम भी realize कर लो.
हाँ, शाकालाका बूम was your peak, man.
Yeah, dude.
अब sketches कर रहे हो यार भी में.
Yes. अरे मुझे अभी भी लोग people are like loved you and शाकालाका. I'm like हाँ कुत्ते मैंने बहुत काम किया है. भूल जा. क्या कर रहा है? I'm sorry, they remind me. I was like, oh yeah, I was in Shakalaka.
I didn't. I thought. I'm so sorry, but Shakalaka Boom. I just thought Hanchika was there. I never remember.
Which is even I thought Hansika was there. Yeah, same. Hansika and Sanju in Shuken. Yeah.
Like someone told me, like after we became friends, someone told me she was in Shakalaka Boom.
Which is great also that I've sort of grown up to look slightly different than Ritu. A lot of us also grow up to look like a bigger version of what
Yeah.
we were as kids, and then that never leaves you. Then you're that person.
Yeah.
Hey, have you ever been one of those?
Then and now, yes,
Then and
yes.
now? You have been?
I have, yes. They
In
put random
Shaka-
girls' ka photos. I'm that irrelevant. I think only BuzzFeed got it right.
Oh.
Everyone they're like, "Ha, now she's," and anything they'll say, she wrote traffic signal. I'm just like, "Kya बोल रहा मैं थी उसमें."
And you?
Anything, it's beautiful.
I've had one then and now, but that then and now also came out like a couple years back. So उसमें भी मेरा नाव अच्छा नहीं था. So I was like,
But you,
then or now.
you like,
Same.
I think you never took a break in between. We had a legit then and now. Like even for the other kids, they did a now he writes. Like Jaggu, who played my
Yeah.
younger brother, now was working in Dubai, and he's like a graphic designer and stuff. So then they've done like that proper research of where that kid is today, that kind of a thing. So that was pretty cool. I
Yeah.
think. But you never left it. I think I should have not left it. Like sometimes I feel I have to start all
left
over
acting.
again. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that break sort of just
Because
left
she
me.
didn't stop.
Yeah, smart.
No, but work didn't come.
Hey, it's okay. I stopped.
who supported him for 2 years while he quit his job and sat at home? Ah, guess what? Me.
Yeah,
fine. I didn't sit at home, okay? I was preparing for Pakistan.
How does that work out, Ruben?
Guess who's a guest on my podcast?
Because you couldn't get anyone else.
Wow. I was here to give you...
Yeah, friend and sister.
Yeah.
That is, it's not working in your favor.